I started JAF in 2019 as a tribute to my uncle Javed Abdi, and we were very close. Me and Javed Amu, he was like a father to me. And after he passed away, I didn't know what to do. We used to watch a lot of shows together. We used to have a lot of fun together, and I really missed that. And all that time, I remembered that he talked about one thing, the non-implementation of the RPWD Act. He was very, very, upset and irritated, and he thought the RPWD Act was a game changer, and it was his baby because he, you know, did a lot of lobbying for it to get passed.
Mr. Abdi always wanted to ensure that young people with disabilities are trained, because we've been seeing that it's generally the older people who are getting older in seminars, but these young people are the ones who will take the movement forward.
We're also building the Cross Disability Youth Network, which is the first of its kind cross disability network for youth. And I've been going to colleges and taking sessions on the RPWD, sensitizing people without disability, and also telling people with disabilities, youth with disabilities, about their rights. And people with disabilities come, and we obviously give them a basic understanding. We have already given them a basic understanding of the Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act of 2016, because that was Javed Namu's baby. And other than that, we teach them the right tool to gather information, which is the Right to Information Act of 2005, so that they can file their RTIs and get information on the RPWD Act, and then further the implementation of the RPWD Act.
We could seek information. If there's a weakness in the system, you could first seek the information, and the follow it up and suggestion to government can go, look, this is what your orders exist, but actually on the ground this is what's happening. So this is the best way of doing it. Let the teams who are working on it now, Javed Abdi's foundation, they need to be in touch with all the institutions as much as they can.
It is absolutely crucial to build the skills and the capacity and understanding of disability rights activists to make use of the right to information law. The inspiration from this actually comes from the late Mr. Javed Abdi himself, because he was a very prolific user of the Right to Information Act for demanding transparency and accountability from a range of governmental agencies that had responsibilities for implementing this law. So this seems something like an organic continuation of the work that he had already started.
We do a lot of workshops. We've done, like, this is our 4th workshop here with CHRI and Disability Rights India Foundation. We train youth with disabilities and people with disabilities to fight for their rights, for the implementation of the RPWD Act through different modes of advocacy.
In all our workshops, what we have done is familiarize the participants with the provisions of the RPWD Act itself.
Right. So the RPWD came into act in 2016, and once it was enacted, we understood that it will not get implemented on its own, and we have to work together, like different associations, cross disability associations have to work together to get it implemented. We have to run after the government that we need interpreters, and different disabilities need different kind of accessibilities. Also deaf people need their kind of accessibility, so we could not rely just on the government to implement it. We have to work towards it, ask for interpreter, ask for accessible services, and we are very hopeful that this act will bring a lot of change.
The practical skill building exercise is what we get into, which is drafting the information request. That itself is an art. You will have to be able to draft information requests precisely, concisely, leaving hardly any room for vagueness, so that the RTI applications succeed in getting the requester the necessary information. So that is another area that we get into in the training workshop. We don't leave it at that, because the group work in which the RTI applications are drafted, that is then subjected to scrutiny. So all the RTI applications which the groups draft, they are brought back to the plenary in the same workshop, and then experts on right to information, they provide inputs on how they could draft the applications better, or how they could orientate their applications so that they succeed in getting the necessary information.
Why not also ask for such documentation to starting with the government, MES, please provide us a documentation, various specifications for building norm, what they call building norm, which meet the requirement. I think this is one of the best RTI we can do that and get the documents and then we can share it. And if it is available on email or something.
What is now available is built environment के लिए documents available हैं. अब ये पूछ रहे हैं services के लिए नहीं है. वो सारा built environment का जो बना रखा है वही भेजते रहते हैं. लेकिन services अगर police station है ठीक है built environment है accessibility होना चाहिए वो नहीं है. लेकिन police station में जाएंगे तो ये लोग कैसे people who are deaf how will they file a complaint? So it has to be.
I got your point.
तो उसमें आई डिडंट गेट कि वो कहना क्या चाहते हैं इस पर
वो जवाब देख सकते हैं?
Are you able to access it properly? And if not, what difficulty you face? Only these questions, so that we can get a fair idea and we can come up with some article or something, and then we can do the stage-wise delivery of the thing to.
It's an excellent point that Tapas is suggesting. Do a survey, short survey.
Javed Avedi Foundation has been organizing the Know Your Rights workshop, and Know Your Rights essentially means that recognizing our potential.
Okay, so we had the workshop in June 2019 and we learned a lot about RTI, a lot about how to align it with RPWD, and so we've learned the value of RTI, how to file an RTI, how to get some results out of the RTIs that we follow, and we can use RPWD to follow the RTIs. For example, there has been some progress in the area, and we've been able to use it and spread the message across to different associations and work further in the area. So it has been very beneficial. I have been involved in the deaf community for a very long time, but not in the cross disability initiatives. So Javed Avedi Foundation has been a new impactful association for me, that when I got to meet Shami and there was so many clarities of the informations about that I was not aware about. He told me a lot about RTIs, and I had a lot of clarity about what the RTI is. And also the workshop that happened in October, the NAD-JAF workshop was also very, very benefiting, that where I learned, how I can utilize RPWD and file RTIs using RPWD. So we didn't understand, that the value of RTI before this, and how we can file an appeal if we're not getting the right kind of answers. Use more RPWD to file RTI. So that is the best thing I learned in these workshops.
Javed Avedi Foundation, which has been set to take his legacy forward, focuses on creating awareness, training young people with disabilities in knowing about their rights so that they can push for its implementation. The second very important aspect that Mr. Avedi really was advocating for was nothing about us without us.
Nothing about us without us. The mantra which late Shri Javed Avedi ji gave to the disabled community is a mantra which applies and will be applicable forever. This gives us the feeling that this India belongs to all.
Mamu believed in nothing about us without us. So a person without disability such as myself can only be the support. In the leadership role, people with disabilities need to come forward. So getting them to come forward is a challenge, and also keeping in cross disability. So Mamu was always believed in cross disability. So it can't be blind fighting for the blind, deaf fighting for the deaf, and wheelchair users or orthopedically disabled fighting for the orthopedically disabled. So cross disability is a big thing, and it's a big challenge as well to bringing different disabilities. So people really usually think that disability everyone's the same, but it's a very diverse marginalized community, and now because of the RPWD Act we have 21 disabilities that are there. So bringing all different disabilities together is obviously a challenge.
First workshop, we learned how to draft RTIs, and now after filing our RTIs in this workshop, we discussed what was the result, how we have to move forward, keeping in mind the fundamental on which JAF was formed, the journalism, advocacy, and definitely fun.